Excuse the mess, please. As always, I feel like I'm always saying that. But no, honestly, I don't even know where I really left off. But I'll just do a full recap. So, as you can see, the Holley harness was installed. That was plugged up, but we'll get into that in a second. The inside never got finished because couldn't get this thing to start. Don't know if I told you guys that or not, but yeah, couldn't get this thing to start, man. I swear it's possessed. This car's cursed. It's always some issues with this thing, man. I have been through it with this car before I did this, but we'll talk about right now. And so basically, I got the Holley on there. The car was not starting. So the ECU box has LEDs on it that will tell you faults, whatever is wrong with the car. And there'll be, green letting you know everything is good, or red if it's bad, blue if it's syncing up, or, whatever. And that was the issue with me. My crank was syncing, but the cam was not. I believe that's right. Could be flipped. I'm not really sure. But so I'm on the phone with Holley and trying to do some troubleshooting. So that's why I have that out. And probing and testing for wires and repinning connectors and then putting it back to how it was. And then doing the same on the other connectors on the inside of the car. Swapped out the crank sensor because apparently the Holley setup, anybody out there that's watching this that wants to do a Holley setup, it's GM specific when it comes to sensors. So crank and cam on important stuff like that, you have to have AC Delco genuine stuff or it will not register and work right. So we took us a trip to the dealership hoping that would be the case, and that was not the case. So then I called Holley again, another 2-3 hour call, and come to find out there's no power at the cam or crank sensors. So actually, since this was unplugged, I can show you. So we got red, black, and purple. Red is 5-volt reference. The ground here is in the middle. This guy right here, the purple one, is supposed to see like 11, 12 volts or something like that. I had 5-volt reference. Ground was good because I was using this ground to get that 5-volt reference. And I was getting absolutely 0 on the cam and crank sensor wires. So that's an issue, right? Obviously, the car's never going to start without RPM signal if it's not even powering it up. So I thought, oh crap, man, I did it wrong. I installed it wrong. I got to take this all back apart, figure it out. Wrong, but I'll tell you why. So as you can see, this harness here branches off into all these different parts. You got the intake air sensor, some TPS stuff, and then this guy. These work. I calibrated it, push the pedal, it changes. And then, had the 5-volt reference. So obviously the harness was doing what it's supposed to do, but I was just, hey, we'll just see. And, the Holley guy had me doing all these tests. Shout out to Wesley. I did a continuity test. So what I did was I unpinned the connector in here that's supposed to be for the crank sensor. And I did a lead test, the beep test. It beeped, ohmed out to 0. So the harness is fine. There's nothing wrong with the harness. So it has to be ECU. So he had me try a couple more things. We flashed a basic tune on it, to reboot the whole system or whatever. Test again, still the same problem. So it came down to, I don't know if you guys noticed earlier, but the ECU is gone. I literally just got back here from dropping it off. They sent me a label this morning. And this ordeal ended off on like Saturday evening when he was asking for my shipping info and all of that good stuff. And I finally heard back from him this morning. I shot him another email. And yeah, he sent me a shipping label. So I came here straight off work and went to the UPS store, dropped it off, sent it off. So I'm not sure how this is going to go down, if they're going to get mine, test it, fix it, send it back, or if they're going to say, okay, we received your old one, here's a new one. I don't know. No idea. But that was the reason why the car wasn't starting. All this time I was troubleshooting and wrecking my brain and losing my mind, thinking that I did something wrong and just botched it. It was fine. I did what I was supposed to. Just, I guess, faulty unit, which really sucks because I spent a lot of money on that for it to come in wrong. So hopefully Holley makes this right. I don't know. I'm really, really salty about it. I'm not going to lie, because if it wasn't for this, the car could have been tuned and driving before last weekend. And I had an event that I wanted to go to, but I didn't make it. There was other reasons that got in the way, so I mean, I guess it worked out, but I still could have been driving the car. Weather was beautiful yesterday. We went for a little short drive to go get some food, and definitely would have loved to drive this instead of my girlfriend's car all the time, but it is what it is. Hopefully they get back to me quick with, you know, a solution, and we can get this thing to fire up, and me and Mark can tune it, and I can start driving it and, you know, having fun. Shoot. I've been hearing all these good things and all the hype around Holley, and I was like, you know, I broke down and finally went ahead and did it, had a little extra money, got rid of some stuff, and then all of this mess, man, and here we are. I still haven't been able to start it to see if I even fixed the vibration issue with the motor mounts, which I'm hoping and praying that I did, because so much time has been wasted. I don't want to waste more. I'm trying to diagnose that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that issue is fixed with the motor mounts, because this has been it's just been a storm, man. It's been a storm, and I'm ready to get out. So I'll keep you guys updated when I get a new ECU in, try the whole setup thing again. But as soon as I get one, honestly, I'm plugging it in, I'm turning it on, and I'm testing for power. If it doesn't have power, then maybe it is that I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But I mean, I literally sat there on the phone with multiple people from Holley doing every single test they asked me to do, unplugging this, dropping the starter so I can get to wires and ohming out stuff and testing for power. Like, I did everything, and he didn't have any more tests for me except for sending in the ECU. So it's got to be a faulty unit, I would guess. But I guess time will tell when we get a new one. I'm trying to find somebody here local that'll be so kind to come over and let me plug theirs up and just test for power and see if that's what it was. And like that means that all of this is fine and I didn't do anything wrong. But I don't really have many friends here, and especially not friends that have stuff like that. So probably out of luck on that one, but it is what it is. Like I said, hopefully they get back to me soon, and I'll just go ahead, throw that on, put the car back together, clean some stuff up, neaten some stuff up, and then we'll start back driving it and, you know, having some fun with it, doing some scare videos, some ride-along videos. I don't know if I showed you guys this or not, but I cut the front bumper out for airflow, so hopefully that helps out too. Painted the intercooler to try to be stealth-ish. I know my cuts are terrible, but it's just in case. I left the tabs down there, some mounting tabs to put the grill back in it just in case it doesn't flow like I want it to flow. And it doesn't make a huge difference in keeping it cool. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna throw the grill back in it and hide all that mess. But if it does, then I'll clean that up and, you know, make it nice or pretty or whatever. But yeah, man, this freaking sucks. Just wasting time, and that's really super valuable to me right now because I'm running out of it before I have to go overseas and be out of here. I would like to have this thing going good so I have something to drive when I come back. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully I hear something soon from Holley, and then, you know, we can get back moving and grooving on this thing. But we're really at a standstill right now. We're pretty stuck. So fingers crossed. Here's something soon. We'll get back to lighting these things up. I have to throw the other wheels back on it, honestly. And then, yeah, get to mapping all this stuff out to see what works on there, what's not gonna work. See if I can turn those lights off, because that was bothering me a lot. But that's all at a later date. But yeah, man, I'm trying. It's just, I swear, this car, man, there's something about it. It's just, no matter what it is, something has to fight me. Well, everything has to fight me. Every opportunity it gets. Like, this car just loves to fight me on everything. And I put so much time and money into this thing. It's ridiculous. And it's just like, nah, bro, I don't care. I'm going to sing you to the blues. Good luck. I shouldn't have bought this thing back. And I know my dad's going to love hearing me say that, but it is what it is. I did miss it. And I know I'm going to have fun with it, because I'll smile like a kid when I roll in the boost in this thing. It sounded sick, and it was a lot of fun. So if we can just get it back to doing that, we'll be good, and it'll be worth it. But for right now, yikes. I wish the truck was here, but it's all good. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it figured out, because we have no choice now. I'm stuck with it. So Be back with y'all, hopefully within a week, with a running car. Y'all stay safe out there. Love y'all. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.